Hello students, this is a review of how to summarize and paraphrase information that you can get from websites or online articles or reference sources to use in your projects or your papers. Summarizing and paraphrasing are pretty much the same thing. The only difference is a summary is a brief statement of the major points in the original text, and the summary is usually quite a bit shorter than the original text you're summarizing. Paraphrasing is rewording of a statement either written or spoken by someone else, and it's usually about the same length as the original text. So for both of these, you should do the same steps. You should read the entire text until you fully comprehend what it means. Then you rewrite it in your own words. You make sure that you change the opening, you use different wording, you mix up the sentence structure, and you can shorten or lengthen or combine sentences as necessary. Always make sure that you note the source with either an in-text citation or a launch statement, and then you include it on your works cited list. I'll give you a couple examples of how this is done. Okay, so I'm taking an article from one of our Gale databases. The article's on climate change for my project, and I found a paragraph that I would like to include. So I have it here, and I've copied it so that I can summarize it. All right, so as you can see, the original text is on the left, and it's much longer than my summary on the right. I am only taking out the major points and leaving out all the extraneous information. So I'm going to include that in 2016, all countries except for 2 signed the Paris Climate Agreement. Then I'm going to include the information that the agreement was to limit carbon emissions in order to prevent the effects of climate change. Then I'm going to include the fact that Donald Trump, when he took office, decided not to participate any longer, and that as a result of more information about global warming, many U.S. cities and states decided to continue working within those parameters. So much information I left out, but all the major points are there. I started out this paragraph, my summary, by saying the author's name. He notes in his 2014 article, Climate Change, that all of this information. So your teacher knows right away that you got this information from this source, and that takes off the responsibility of plagiarism. Okay, look at another example. Here's an article, again, on climate change. I've read through and I found another paragraph right here that I want to paraphrase. I copy it here, and here is the original on the left and my paraphrase on the right. And what I have done is I've reworded things, and I've used synonyms and different ways of sharing the information. So it starts out in a frenzy of online activity prior to December 2009. I changed that wording to as the date of the 2009 Global Climate Summit approached. So same information, completely different wording. Here I'm talking about critics of global warming, and I write it as climate change objectors. Over here, climate scientists manipulated or deleted data, and here I write that data shared by scientists was changed or hidden in order to advance their own climate change theories. So exact same information, just completely different wording. And at the end of this paragraph, I write climate change controversies, the name of the article in parentheses, and that indicates to your teacher that's where you got that information, once again, avoiding plagiarism. If you have any questions about doing this with your sources, please feel free to reach out to Mrs. Grech or me, and we'll be happy to help you. Good luck with your project.